Hello, Star Citizens, and welcome to a quick video, and I do mean quick. This one's gonna actually be quick, where I just kind of wanted to talk about the Evocati alpha patch that just went through, because it actually has some really deep understanding of how cargo gameplay is gonna work. So we're just gonna jump straight into this. So if you look here, this is the new patch for Evocati. And they're finally doing cargo hauling missions. So what I really wanted to talk about, oh, also the hover trolleys are gone, just because they have some issues with them. But the main thing I wanted to talk about is this, features in gameplay. All right, so if you look here, cargo hauling missions, and then it goes through exactly what cargo hauling missions are, which I'm not 100% sure we got all of this before, but let's just go through and read it. With the introduction of freight elevators, we have created a suite of legal missions where players are tasked to move cargo containers between locations. These new hauling missions will generate procedurally across the Stanton system, seeing the player transport goods back and forth to various jump points, LEOs, Lagrange points, landing zones, distribution centers, and outposts. These missions can be completed either through the freight elevators in the player's personal persistent hangar or through the cargo loading areas. It's currently exclusive to Hull C pilots. So basically saying you can only do that particular the cargo loading area. The only time you can get those missions is if you have a Hull C. Okay. So I have a Hull C as a loaner, so I don't know if the loaners count, but I'm gonna assume that they do. I'm gonna assume that it's based on what you have in your hangars, not necessarily what you've posted for, but we'll see. Then the mission flow. This is the thing I really wanted to talk about. So that's cool. You can take the missions from your hangar, so it's not like, oh, let me like fly over here, fly over there. It's like, you know, kind of a job board kind of system where you just go in and like, all right, I'll go pick this up and take it over there. Mission flow. The current suite includes cargo hauling missions of 3 variants: A to B, so just going from point A to point B; multi to single. So multi to single would mean like you have to go and get like 5 different things from 5 different places, but take it to one place, right? And you're dropping it all off at one place. And then single to multi, you go somewhere and maybe you pick up you pick up from one destination. It may be multiple things or whatever, or it might be all the same thing, but the idea is that you have to drop it off to multiple places. And then there's then it says each variant can come in 3 different quantity grades: small grade, supply grade, bulk grade. We'll talk about what that is later. It mentions it later, a little later. Higher tier hauling missions are reputation gated and will require doing intro and smaller grade missions to progress. So when it says these grades, right, I'm wondering if that means like, oh, you have like this gigantic Hull C, right, and it can fit all this stuff, but does it mean that you can't take as many SCU, or does it mean you can't take high quality cargo? So like if it's just waste product, right, maybe you can fill up your whole Hull C with waste product, but they won't let you fill it up with diamonds or something like that. So we'll see what that ends up being. But here it kind of tells you a little bit. Any player with the contract can view and request the associated mission cargo through any freight elevator kiosk at a pickup location. So more of this like job board thing. Even a party member's personal hangar. So you can even pick them up at somebody else's hangar. I like that. When requesting mission cargo at a pickup location through a freight elevator kiosk, the requested cargo appears on the freight elevator. So it's I think they're kind of like, oh, well, you're like, it's the cargo you're taking is already there. Based on the contract's volume token, the requested containers are capped to different SCU sizes. So small grade means 4 SCU containers or smaller, supply grade 8 SCU containers or smaller, and or 16 SCU containers and smaller depending on the mission. And then bulk grade means no container size limit. All mission cargo containers requested in small grade and supply grade contracts can be moved by using either the one-handed or two-handed tractor beam tool. All mission cargo containers can snap onto a ship's cargo grid with suitable dimensions. When all deliver objectives on the hood and the Moby glass are finished, the contract completes. Okay, so I'm gonna read the rest of this just so we can be done with it, but but I'm going to go back a little bit to the supply grade stuff. So law system updates. It is no longer illegal to damage, destroy, tow, scrape, structurally salvage an unowned vehicle. It is no longer illegal to tow ships outside of green zones. That's going to be huge for cleaning up all those ships that are hanging around. It'll let people go salvage crazy out there. And I just got a Vulture, so that's going to be fun for me. And then it's making they're making ships yaw a little better in Atmo, and they made further Origin M50 and 300 series flight tuning changes. So if you have an M50 or 300 series ship, those are probably going to fly a little better here coming up soon. But I want to go back real quick. The container, so when I read this, it sounds to me that small grade, supply grade, and bulk grade are limiting the size of the container and the type of hauling mission you can get. So yes, I think you'll be able to take something like like a Hull C and fill it all the way up, even though it's a small grade mission, but you're gonna have to do it with 4 SCU containers. So like, yeah, you might be able to fill your entire Hull C, but you're gonna have to do it with 4 SCU containers. So, which would obviously be annoying. So I don't know if that's the way it's gonna work, but that's what my mind says. So if you're Evocati, maybe drop something in the comments and let us know if that's the way it's working. Because obviously this is a new update, so we wouldn't know. But yeah, that's it for this one. I tried to keep it short. I hope it was short. So I have another video coming out here soon where I'm gonna talk about who I think the next manufacturer might be that CIG will work on. So look out for that one later. All right, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for spending your time with us. Peace.